Acing your SATs, earning straight A's, and getting elected class presidents are, those are all well and good. But if you forgot to clean up your Facebook profile, it may not be enough to get you into the college of your choice. A growing number of applicants are finding out the hard way that their internet footprint could get them accepted or rejected from their dream school. Joining us now, our attorney Adam Thompson, and also the author of Early Decision, Lacey Crawford. Lacey, let me start with you. So according to a CapEx.com survey, 70% of colleges say Facebook profiles of a candidate are a medium or high priority during the admission process. Do parents and kids know this?
I think they're starting to know this. I know of many schools that have been emailing this article from the New York Times around frantically to their seniors, some of whom have already submitted their applications. So I think the lid might have been lifted off this just this week.
Adam, it strikes me that there are a lot of problems with this. I mean, even when businesses go online, they look at potential applicants, their Facebook page, their social media footprint. You don't know that it's necessarily the person that you're looking for. I mean, it could be a fraud. You could make a mistake. It seems like they're opening themselves up to liability here.
They could be. I think it's a very serious problem. When you go on these social media sites, just take Facebook as one example. You go on Facebook, there's lots of people that hack into accounts and post stuff. There's people that make up phony accounts. You don't know what you're looking at if it's really authentic to that particular person. So imagine someone sends in a great application. It's going to get approved. They have the grades. They have all the recommendations, a great writing sample, and they get rejected because what one individual person read on someone's social media page.
Lacey, I mean, this seems like the plot of a great Mean Girls movie. You go on and you create a profile of the person that's ahead of you at school is going to take your spot at Harvard that you want. You create some profile and say some things in their name. The school goes on, they're just looking at it, so they're like, oh, wow, this girl's a real jerk. And they don't know.
Kidding.
Go ahead.
No kidding. All's fair, I think, in love, war, and college admissions. I mean, you're applying to be part of a community, right? And the fantasy is that the college can learn so much about you through paperwork. And it's not surprising to me that they're digging to look for more. But I would have to think that they have to be more careful than just accept what they see at face value and turn a student down. I mean, there's one story I've heard of actually calling up a student to ask, is this true? The student went ahead and said it was, and they rescinded his admission.
Wow. Adam, I mean, there's a lot of things that bother me about this. Is there freedom of speech issues? I mean, as a lawyer, does all this get your hackles up?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, think of it. You go on social media to really share your daily activities, what you're doing, but you really share your thoughts. So imagine you're qualified to get into college, but because you have a certain view on a topic or an issue, that university may just decline you because they disagree with your position. Think of the reverse. Imagine you already in the university, going to the school. Could they do the same thing? Could they throw you out of the school, say, in your second year because you disagree on a political issue? The answer is no. They couldn't.
Yeah. And Lacey, I mean, the show is called Money, and immediately when I read this article, it cropped up in my mind that this is a great business opportunity. I mean, there are 1,000 consultants that were just born, especially in the New York Manhattan area, who go and are hired by parents to help their kids clean up their social media footprint and make it, shiny for the colleges. Is that a business that's going to take off now?
Isn't that true? I mean, I'm sure you're exactly right. I don't think it's bad to teach kids that what they put on Facebook in the public sphere is actually in the public. That's not a bad lesson to learn. But to have it held against them, especially at this age, I don't think we want kids to not be able to make simple mistakes.
No, and Lacey, I can also see kids, I mean, you've done so much work in this field, you know better than I, but I could see kids having sort of the public page that they have out there, with all their club photos and the things that they've done and charity work and this and that, and giving that one to the school, and then having a totally separate Facebook page under maybe a different name that's really for their friends and is their real website, right?
There are plenty of kids who are way ahead of these consultants, and they've been doing just that. They've got an alter ego that's out there for the universities, which is no different from the CV that they're putting together, and good for them. This is a game, and they're playing it, and they're playing it well. And if they're able to be boundaried enough to keep their mistakes hidden, I'd say they're doing a good job of being adolescents.
Yeah, absolutely, because that same Kaplan study said 30% of social media content generally hurt the applicants when they were talking to the admissions officers. So there you go. Thanks to both of you. Good stuff.
Thank you.
Up next.